Spurs against Liverpool, and away we go, right on 3 o'clock. Rush, first touch for Mabbott, and Neil Ruddock hoofs that one high and looking for Sheringham, but David Burrows was there first, and Spurs have their first throw-in. Paul Stewart on the bench. It's his first visit back to White Hart Lane. Austin. Barbie was looking for that. That's a good play though from Austin, and it goes out for a goal kick. Burrows coming over for cover, and it'll be a first touch for David James. Well, he hasn't kept a clean sheet in the Premier League, David James, and he'll certainly be hoping to deny the revitalised Tottenham, who had a fine win in midweek. No place for Vinny Samways, failed a late fitness test on an ankle injury. It was his goal that took Spurs into the last 16 of the Coca-Cola Cup. And remember, they've now got a chance to avenge that semi-final defeat against Nottingham Forest. They'll have to go to the City Ground for the last 16 clash. Free kick then to Tottenham, just inside their own half. Been playing just over a minute. Referee Ashby, happy now with everything. It'll be Austin to take the free kick. Floats one in, but safely cleared. Ruddock. Jury was hoping to get there, but Liverpool break away. But Hutchinson's ball doesn't really find any of the red shirts. Back pass, bit dangerous. This is Ruddock. Jury, nice touch to Paul Allen. Just one goal this season. And the foul was late by Burrows. The challenge giving the free kick to Tottenham. David Burrows on Paul Allen. Burrows, who joined Liverpool from West Brom for 500,000 3 years ago. Spurs quickly take this free kick. Austin. Allen, Barmby. Oh, good play this from Sheringham. But Liverpool have a chance to break. And scampering away is Mark Walters on this near side. It goes out for a throw-in off Paul Allen. 2 minutes gone. Burrows. Torben Picnic in the Denmark side that won the European Championship when they beat Germany. Big favourite of the Anfield fans here. This is Hutchinson. Got a bit of space. And there's plenty of space out on the right-hand side. Mike Marsh. Liverpool playing in their familiar all-red. Redknapp. Just outside the penalty area. This is Jury. Sheringham, now he's got space. That's a lovely ball from Sheringham, no flag, and Barmby's away. Well, the flag came late. It was down to start with, and Barmby just caught. This is Redknapp. Spurs 0, Liverpool 0 here, and James having an anxious moment and ending up making the clearance. But it must be anxious moments for David James, yet to keep a clean sheet this season. And he had an inspired performance against Liverpool, and then let in a soft goal, which let Leeds get a point. Leeds Liverpool, of course, the champions, against many people's idea of one of the teams who were likely to figure strongly this season, although they are currently disappointed with the way they play, particularly away from home. It's amazing, we're on the last of October and we haven't seen an away win for Liverpool. And that was good play from Mark Walters, and the Liverpool supporters congregated behind Eric Torsvith's goal as Liverpool win the throw-in. Liverpool fans very noisy. Burrows linking up. Walker's slid there, and it's a free kick to Tottenham. Eric Torsvith, 150th game for Spurs today for Torsvith. Only his third this season, but he has been on World Cup duty, and he did play against England at Wembley in the World Cup. Here's Liverpool coming forward with Michael Thomas, the ex-gunner. The slip by Hutchinson and the pick-up from Tottenham, who are looking to try and build and create some early pressure. It's been a very fast start here, and Liverpool coming through. Hutchinson's got plenty of space inside, but good play. Very good play indeed from Steve Sedgley. This is Allen. Sheringham. Allen again, I'm not quite sure it was meant by Sheringham, but it's been fast and furious here. We've been playing 5 minutes at White Hart Lane. Liverpool without an away win in 9 months. Spurs 4th from bottom, but unbeaten at White Hart Lane in 6. Sheringham jumps and gets there first, but Liverpool clear through Hutchinson, putting a bit of pressure, and Sedgley was coming in very strongly there on Michael Thomas. It's been a physical start, it's been a passionate start, and certainly Michael Thomas involved right from the start. He comes back to North London, and his rivalry was never greater than when he played against Tottenham for Arsenal. Picnic then with the free kick. Liverpool lose possession, but win the throw. Burrows quickly takes it. Good atmosphere here at White Hart Lane for this traditional big fixture. And Hutchinson challenged by Barnby. That was well played from the youngster, who's made such a big impression so far this season. Picnic. This is Walters. Hutchinson. Some good control football being played by Liverpool in the last few minutes. Spurs, though, holding their own. This is Mike Marsh. McManaman. Oh, well played. And Spurs break away. Justin Edinburgh. Sheringham. It really has been a fast and furious start here at White Hart Lane. And it was Austin's back pass, putting Torsford under pressure. A big day this for Eric Torsford. Hasn't been in the Spurs goal since the 5-0 drubbing that occurred at Ellen Road. And although he played for Norway in their World Cup tie at Wembley, he has been made it clear by the Norwegian management that they expect to see him playing week in, week out for Tottenham. So he's hoping to retain his place at the expense of Ian Walker. Walker, of course, who missed out on the cup win at Main Road on Wednesday after an incident on Saturday, which caused a lot of controversy on Sunday with John Fashanu. Liverpool then coming forward again, but Edinburgh first to the challenge, and Liverpool win it back, putting on a lot of pressure here. We've been playing 7 minutes, and a cross coming in, but it goes out for a goal kick. And so Spurs breathe a sigh of relief, but Steve McManaman has shown in this early stages that he's a big threat, especially to Justin Edinburgh out on that far side. Sedgley playing in a central free role today, which is allowing Barnby also to run just in behind Teddy Sheringham, and Naeem who's playing up front. Mabad and Ruddock with their familiar central defensive partnership, and rolls. Edinburgh on the left-hand side, with Dean Austin playing on the right. And Gordon Jury, of course, playing in a deep position, which I know he's very fond of. This is Sheringham, and that's a free kick. Now, Tottenham 35 yards from goal. Will it be Neil Ruddock? That's the man I suspect just might be involved in this free kick. Or Naeem has decided to take a short one. Jury wanting it, and Jury lining up. He hit the bar last time from that range in the home game against Middlesbrough. You remember Middlesbrough took the lead early on. Jury hit the bar from a similar free kick. He was teed up. Ray Clements calling out the instructions. He'll be familiar with all the Liverpool ideas. He played 470 league games for Liverpool in his 14 years at Anfield, Ray Clements. So I'm sure he'll have fond memories of his days at Anfield, but a committed man here at White Hart Lane at the moment, and there's no doubt he'll be rooting for Spurs to get into this game and get a goal. Tottenham then coming forward. It's been fast and furious, but few chances so far. 9 minutes gone. This is Jury in that deeper role, challenged by Rush. Play on, says Mr. Ashby. Ruddock. A lot of the challenges very physical. This is Edinburgh, left-hand side. And Spurs trying hard to maintain position. This is Paul Allen, just one goal this season. And that's a good challenge from Jury. He went in on Burrows. And it's a throw-in then to Liverpool. 10 gone. Burrows reaches halfway. Walters. And the challenge from Mabbutt. And that was warmly applauded by the Spurs fans. Mabbutt, his testimonial year. He'll be wanting to maintain his regular place. And Dean Austin adjudged to have been holding Mark Walters there. And the free kick goes to Liverpool. 10 gone. Spurs 0, Liverpool 0. Indirect free kick here. Obstruction against Dean Austin. Will it be Burrows who takes this free kick? The answer is no. Walters flicks it in, and Spurs have a chance to break here. Jury taking possession off Allen, and here's Jury, spreads the ball wide, lovely ball from Gordon Jury, warmly appreciated. And again, it could be a yellow card. The foul, the first of those to be severely punished by Mr. Ashby. It's the Dane who goes into the book. Torben Picnic booked on 11 minutes. The 29-year-old gets cautioned. It's the first booking of the day. Yellow card for Picnic. It was a very late foul indeed. So Spurs have a free kick in a dangerous position. Can they create and make something out of this? Again, Naeem takes it, floats it in. Ruddock was coming up from the back, but cleared by Don Hutchinson. Austin. And that was too high for Teddy Sheringham. Straight through to David James. Liverpool supporters in the background making themselves heard here. It's been a very even start to the match. A lot of midfield scraps, and I think that's how the game could well develop. Still no goals. Barnby. Oh, he's a good first touch. He'll get it back again from Naeem, and this is Naeem. And Sheringham's got a bit of space, and Teddy Sheringham there did well, and a chance for Tottenham, but well played from Torben Picnic. He may have been booked, but that was excellent defending and controlled defending that denied Spurs the opening. The Spurs fans now in full cry. They can sense an opportunity to break through. Picnic there got there first to deny Spurs. Sheringham gets up. Well, he was looking for his 7th goal for Tottenham, and he won't get a better opportunity. David James screaming at his Liverpool defenders. He hasn't kept a clean sheet. Will he this afternoon? That's the question. In comes the throw from the right hand side. Paul Allen gets inside the penalty area. Still Allen. He'll have support from Jury, but Allen wins the corner, although it's not given. Allen can't believe it. Took a deflection, and you can see one or two of the faithful in the Paxton Lane clearly in agreement with Allen, but when we get a chance to see that again, you'll see it did take a slight deflection. Allen, just one goal this season. Rush up first. And here's Austin. Oh, the challenge very late from Walters. It could be a second booking. And Mark Walters is going to get booked here. Well, it was off the ball, I think. What happened was Walters went in late, and he gets booked after 14 minutes. Walters catching Dean Austin there. And 2 bookings. 14 minutes gone. No goals. Austin. Gerald Ashby clearly wanting to make his presence felt here at an early opportunity, because there have been 1 or 2 fouls, and the last thing that I'm sure the players want all the two teams is to get anything more serious than a booking registered this afternoon. Here's Allen, nice turn, turned Hutchinson well. This is Sheringham, and Walters and Michael Thomas have been alert to all the opportunities. James clears it. This should be Ruddock's. Ruddock deceiving Rush there. Ian Rush, 56 times capped for Wales, 7 goals this season. Neil Ruddock, who's had a marvellous season for Tottenham. 15 minutes gone. Allen. Redknapp was hustling him, but Naeem, Redknapp. Naeem went in late, but Mike Marsh rode the challenge, and I think for Naeem's sake he was grateful he did. Marsh. It was a bit late, the Liverpool fans claiming a free kick, and they won't be getting that. Torsvith having to clear this one. Jury, not a decisive clearance. This is Burrows. Walters. To Burrows. Redknapp. He arced that ball in beautifully. But Spurs get themselves away. This is Barmby. Oh, lovely touch to Sheringham. Handball. And a free kick. Mark Wright will claim his innocence, but that was clear for all to see. And the crowd went up as one. And Mark Wright, 43 times capped by England, but significantly missing from the game against Norway. Graham Taylor said it was impossible to select a player who wasn't being selected by his club. But now Mark Wright has an opportunity to get back into not just the Liverpool reckoning, but the England reckoning as well, with some controlled performances at the back for Liverpool. Ruddock, Mabbutt getting up there, and it's a corner. It's gone off Mike Marsh for the second corner of the game. Sheringham got up for the first one. Corner kick, Naeem swings it in, and this time David James gets there first. Good firm catch there from James. This is Jury. Now he's got a bit of space, and Sheringham and Barmby are both in the penalty area, and so is Naeem, but it was a good cross. It was good defending. An opportunity though for Tottenham. Austin. And Nick Barmby. Burrows. Not right. We'll leave this one for David James. Nil-nil after 19 minutes. Hutchinson. And James is outside his area, and there was clearly no conversation there between James and Wright, and that could have been dangerous for Liverpool. And Dean Austin doing the cover. Redknapp. We have to go back to 1983 for the last drawn meeting at White Hart Lane between the two clubs. It was a 2-2 event in 1983. David Burrows. He's not going to find any red shirts with a ball like that. And he clearly disappointed. This is Marsh. Barnby. Redknapp. Hutchinson. Marsh. Right. Oh, it was Barnby looking to get in behind Picnic. Hutchinson. Good ball from Marsh, looking for McManaman, but he was Neil Ruddock, who just strolled across. Cross coming in, here's Walters! Well, there'll be claims for a penalty, but not given. Walters made the most of it. And the Liverpool fans were adamant that Walters definitely made the most of it. It was interesting to note that none of the players went up with him, just the supporters and Walters himself. Torsforth clears in what has been a hit and miss match, I think would be about the best way to describe it so far. Neither keeper have to make a save, but here come Liverpool with Burrows, still Burrows! Oh, it was a great challenge. And Gary Mabbott with a challenge of the match so far. Here's Jury, he's got to go in with Wright. Wright puts the ball out for a corner, and Jury hassled Wright there, but the international defender showed the experience of his 43 England caps. And Spurs win a corner. Let's have a look at this incident again with Walters. Well, on that you'd have to say that Walters definitely made the most of it, and Naeem takes the corner. James makes the catch. Well, David James may not have kept a clean sheet this season, but he wasn't signed for £1.3 million for nothing, and certainly the Liverpool management were very, very keen to have him on their books. And it's going to be a big week for him with the Spartak Moscow game on Wednesday night. Here's Jury, and he's got away from Mike Marsh. This is Jury, gets towards the edge of the penalty, gets inside the penalty area, and it's a goal kick. Gordon Jury can't believe it. He went to the edge of the penalty area. A lot of support for the penalty from the supporters. Jury getting a lot of positive feedback from them in his appeal. Here was it again, Jury weaving into the penalty area. Well, he'd slipped really, and it was 6 and 1 of half a dozen like the other. Really very similar to the Walters incident a moment ago. So 1-1 on penalty claims. Gerald Ashby not impressed with either. It's still 0-0. 21 to the break then. It's a throw in to Tottenham to be taken by Justin Edinburgh. And Edinburgh gains 10 yards. Ian Rush, who scored for the first time at Old Trafford a couple of weeks ago. One of the grounds that has eluded Rushy. It's amazing in his career, and he hasn't scored there. Crossed by Austin. It was a great ball. Wright picks up the pieces for Liverpool. Rush can't get there. Here's Ruddock. All the play inside the Liverpool half offside this time. I think it was against Sheringham in the centre rather than Naeem. 25 minutes gone. We've yet to have a breakthrough here. Nicky Barmby getting plenty of support from the Spurs fans this afternoon. They were delighted with his goal in the game against Middlesbrough. Still waiting for the breakthrough. Rush. McManaman taking on Edinburgh. Sedgley picks it up. He's playing just in front of the back four in a very important role for Spurs. Good play from Sheringham there. Out of position but sweeping up the pieces. Allen's got a bit of space in the centre. Naeem looking for Allen, but Sheringham getting there first, and Liverpool breaking away. This is Burrow's left-hand side. 19 to the break. 0-0 here at White Hart Lane. Redknapp. McManaman. Oh, that was late. And play on, says Gerald Ashby. Jury hoping to get some advantage, but it is a free kick this time. And it's once again Mark Wright. 2 bookings so far. They were 2 bookings in the space of 3 minutes. Have been a lot of hard challenges. Not too many clear-cut chances. Naeem. Ruddock coming up from the back for this. James will let that one go. Graham Souness joined Liverpool after 5 remarkable years at Rangers, and it really has been a tremendous managerial campaign from Souness. He's had his critics. He did a lot for Rangers. He doubled the gates and he took the club from depression to the magnitude it is now, dominating Scottish football. And they've got such a big game against Leeds on Wednesday. Here's Walters. And offside. And Spurs' offside trap, which worked at Wimbledon, which worked at Manchester City, works again here at White Hart Lane this afternoon. 17 minutes to the break. Allen. No flag this time. Barmby on the chase. Picnic with him, but Barmby gets there first, puts in a great early cross. That was very, very nice indeed from Barmby. Mike Marsh put it out for the free kick, but alert play from Nicky Barmby. That's the way to deceive defenders. Here's Ruddock. Rush coming in with the challenge. They were shouting man on. Edinburgh. Naeem. And that certainly wasn't a decisive clearance from Hutchinson. It's a throw into Tottenham. 28 minutes gone. Edinburgh takes it. Barmby. Ruddock's up there. And this is Sheringham up there. Ruddock again! Sheringham! And James makes the catch. Well, Teddy Sheringham on the floor with the chance, and he only found the arms of David James. No goals, 16 minutes to the break. McManaman with Edinburgh, and Edinburgh wins the throw. Ruddock. Hutchinson. Spurs win it back. Jury changes direction. No flag. Second time. Sheringham caught. Not for the first incident. Just moved slightly on. Here's another look at that incident in the penalty area. And you can see Ruddock sharing him on the floor, and he found the only place where there was rearguard action from Liverpool, and that was David James' arms. Probably the best chance so far, or clear-cut opportunity. It's still 0-0 here. We've been playing 30 minutes then at White Hart Lane this afternoon. Spurs 0, Liverpool 0. And they're all getting up there. Rush was one. McManaman. There's Ruddock gone down. Doesn't look too serious. He's certainly one of the braver players in the Premier League. This is Burrows. And that's gone straight out of play. David Burrows. Played his football in the Midlands at home of West Bromwich Albion. Dave Butler coming on. It's Neil Ruddock, of course, who's gone down. Ruddock been very influential this season. Just missed out on the home game against Everton. That was through suspension, and he didn't play in the game against Sheffield Wednesday. But he'll be up, and he'll be ready to continue with 14 to the break. Spurs then with the throw-in. Barnby. Ruddock looking okay. Ball with David James. It's 12th match for Liverpool this afternoon. As I said, not a clean sheet in those 12. Free kick and in a dangerous position for Liverpool. It's just outside the Tottenham penalty area. And Gerald Aspie confirming that he'd like Naeem and Jury further back than they are. And this an opportunity for Liverpool. Mike Marsh and Jamie Redknapp. Mike Marsh from Kirby Town, made his league debut 3 years ago. And Redknapp wants a Spurs junior. Offside! And that was well worked from the Spurs back four. And they caught them. It's been a week when the offside trap certainly has caught out. Rush. McManaman making great strides, and he's got to the byline. McManaman with the cross, Ruddock with the clearance, and he had to be decisive, and he was just that. Neil Ruddock, who's had an outstanding season, showed why he's one of the best. Corner taken quickly, and Walters, first touch let him down. And that's the story of what's happened so far this afternoon. It's been a lot of first touches that have let them down, and Liverpool searching for this elusive first away win in the league since January. It's an amazing fact. They did win the second leg match at Chesterfield in the second round of the Coca-Cola, but they haven't won in the league since January. Still looking for their first away Premier League win. Here's Rush, and he's offside. It won't count. He's offside, is Ian Rush. The flag went up early, and Ian Rush. Goal won't count. The flag came up early. Good turn from Walters, and Rush clearly offside. It was a nice finish, but no worries for Torsfed. He's still keeping a clean sheet so far. So Ian Rush then with the ball in the back of the net 11 minutes before the break. But it's still Spurs 0, Liverpool 0 here at White Hart Lane this afternoon. Burrows. And again. And Jury. Guilty. Don Hutchinson might get a yellow card for that, throwing the ball away on gentleman behaviour, and Don Hutchinson goes into the book So Liverpool picking up their fair share of yellow cards here. 10 minutes of the break, Hutchinson not agreeing with Gerald Aspie's decision, and out comes the yellow card. Tottenham have a throw, 10 minutes to half-time. No goals here at White Hart Lane. Aaron Torsfith with the clearance. Knight. Free kick to Tottenham. Naeem to take it. Floats one in. And they're all getting up. Here's Allen. And there's Mabbott. And he'd come up from the back as well. Jury going in. And that's a free kick against Jury on Walters. And we've got some 9 minutes to half-time. Gordon Jury pointing out the shoulder where he thought he was barged. Or was it the shoulder that he was doing the barging? Well, I thought that the free kick could have gone the other way. But the referee, Gerald Aspie, as we see it again, and you get the close-up of it, well, Jury was a bit unlucky there to have penalised Walters, who was clearly on the ground when the alleged incident took place. Anyway, November the 2nd is only a couple of days away for Gordon Jury to have his disciplinary meeting about the famous incident in the Coventry game that could still give Jury a hefty ban. He'll be appealing against that, of course, early next week. Spurs' next game, a trip to Ewood Park and to Kenny Dalglish's Blackburn next week. Just one defeat for them this season. Here's Sheringham. Oh, that was a little bit long for Naeem, but Naeem did well. Sheringham can't find a Spurs player with that ball. But Spurs have done pretty well so far in this first 45 minutes. They've more than held their own. Burrows with a bit of space as we come up to the important period just before half-time. 8 minutes to the break. Spurs will be certainly looking to not give anything away. Remember, they conceded a goal just before half-time against Manchester United and produced a stirring second-half performance to force a draw. They have produced a lot of stirring second-half performances this season, and with the exception, of course, of Everton, where they went on to win the game, it's been to salvage the match. This time they'll be hoping to go in with something to work with at half-time and produce a second-half performance that they can go on and maybe go and win the game. Mike Marsh then on the far side for Tottenham. Hutchinson went for the ball, got the ball. Rush. Marsh. McManaman. Edinburgh's with him. McManaman still there. And it's come out to Steve Sedgley. No goal, 7 minutes to the break. Picnic. Oh, good running from the Dane. Walters, no flag this time, and this is Torben Picnic, and that's a good save from Eric Torsford. I think he was a little lucky, but he really did get down and do the job rightly. Picnic should have scored. He was clean through, and Torsford appeared to have misjudged it but made the save. No flag. It was one time when the offside trap didn't work, and Torben Picnic there, and you can see, well, all credit to Torsford for getting down and making the save. The best chance of the match, and the Norwegian international makes the save. Picnic had a clear opportunity there to score for Liverpool. Jury shies away from Mike Marsh. Still Jury. Barnby in a bit of space now. He's got pace. Barnby! And David James with the save. Nicky Barnby, an opportunity there. So, two chances in the space of 60 seconds, and Barnby here with a golden opportunity and placed it rather than powered it, and James made the save. Still 0-0, bit of excitement here at White Hart Lane with 6 minutes to the break. Jury, the pace of the game now stepping up. Both sides eager to get an advantage before half-time. Tottenham coming forward with Paul Allen, just one goal this season. And Liverpool coming forward with Mark Wright. The Spurs fans playing for a whistle. to allow the trainers to come on. And it looks like an ankle injury. It's Gordon Jury who's gone down. We've got 5 minutes to half-time, and Gordon Jury, he's sitting up now, so there's every chance as the substitutes warm up for Liverpool. They've got Nicky Tanner and Paul Stewart, the favourite here from White Hart Lane, on the bench, and Andy Turner and David Howells for Tottenham. Liverpool have the free kick then with 5 minutes to half-time. Here, Jury, we see it again, playing the ball through, and Barmby with the opportunity to get his second goal for Spurs, placed it, and James made the save. Jury up and OK. Liverpool have the free kick with 5 minutes to half-time. Burrows eluded Allen, and so did Walders. That was a good challenge there from Paul Allen. Hutchinson, Redknapp with the drive, and this time it's Torsvith with the save. Redknapp looking for McManaman. He's really hogged that touchline, and a chance here for Liverpool. Well, what a strange incident that was. It would have been a goal for Ian Rush out of nothing. And here's Ian Rush there with that opportunity, and arguably the best chance of the match. It was an incredible incident. Torsvith came out with him, and Rush across the face of the goal. Just over 3 minutes to the break then. The back pass was short at Torsvith. It was must have been bad memories for Torsvith with the first goal he conceded against Leeds in that 5-0 defeat. It was Edinburgh with the header back. Eric Torsvith did very well to deny Rush the goal. The Liverpool supporters appealing for a penalty. I thought that was ludicrous. It was a good bit of play. Naeem with the challenge. Sheringham. Ruddock. Right. Redknapp's ball over onto the far side. Just over 2 minutes to the break. Here's Rush. No flag this time. And it's just wide from Michael Thomas. And once again, Liverpool had a chance. He scored a few goals at White Hart Lane in his Arsenal days. It was a snapshot, really. He'd have been disappointed not to hit the target. And just before the break, Burrows. Redknapp looking for McManaman. Marsh. McManaman, good move that by Liverpool as we approach half-time. It's still 0-0. They win the throw-in, and the Liverpool fans in full voice. Spurs, they'll be looking to hold on to half-time. It's still 0-0 here. Throw into Tottenham. Jury. Austin. Sheringham. Jury. A bit of a sliced return pass. This is Paul Allen. And the challenge by Hutchinson. Right, we're into stoppage time here at White Hart Lane. It's a free kick for the challenge. And Dean Austin will take the free kick. Last chance of the first half then. Austin looking for Ruddock and finding him. Here's Austin again. Rush comes in. That's a Spurs throw. But Austin probably didn't realise it hit Rush, and Spurs come forward once again. And this time it goes out for a throw-in. Coming up to half-time, it's a throw-in. Paul Allen coming over. Naeem will be coming over as well, so will Jury. We're into injury time. Have we got enough time for the throw-in? Jury bends in the long throw, and there goes the half-time whistle. It's scoreless at White Hart Lane. It's Tottenham 0, Liverpool 0. A fairly fair reflection on what's been an interesting, if not inspiring, 45 minutes. And Liverpool going off at half-time. Torben Picnic with perhaps the best chance, forcing the save out of Erik Torsveth. Both sides are probably settled for that at half-time. And it's Tottenham 0, Liverpool 0. We'll be back for the whole of the second half, so join us in 15 minutes. Welcome back to White Hart Lane for our coverage of the second 45 minutes of what's been a fascinating but scoreless battle between Tottenham and Liverpool. 3 bookings, all for Liverpool in that first 45 minutes. Torben Picnic the day, Mark Walters and Don Hutchinson all received yellow cards as we're about to get underway for the second 45 minutes. A review of the press box. Alan Mullery there at the back. Gary Stevens there working with Jonathan Pearce for Capital Gold Sport this afternoon, and a few of the other members of the press. James Mossip of the Daily Express there as well. Right, we're about to get underway then. Bang on 4 o'clock, 45 minutes to go. Spurs playing from right to left in this second 45 minutes. Right, we're underway then. The sunshine is going away. The floodlights have been turned on here. Neil Ruddock gets us underway, and that's an early bit of action for Naeem. Spurs playing from right to left. Liverpool with McManaman. To Redknapp. Marsh. Redknapp again. Sheringham. And no foul. Austin, Sheringham, and this is Mabbott, and he ducked into the header there, and Torsveth, only his 4th game of the season for Tottenham, hometown in Stavanger in Norway, and Neil Ruddock. And right, anything but controlled here, and Sheringham gets up. James this time can't hold it, and a chance for Paul Allen, and Allen crosses, and in the end Wright had to make up for his initial error. It's a throw into Tottenham, the first chance of the second half. We've been playing 2 minutes. Jury with the throw. Sheringham is looking for it. And Barnby, bit of space. The drive coming in from Paul Allen. He's only scored once this season, as we said. James's free kick. Let's have a look at that again. Allen with the shot, just over. Free kick to Liverpool. This is Marsh with the free kick. Just about a full house here at White Hart Lane. Marsh flicks it in. And that one's looking for Burrows, but Austin gets there first. And Picnic plays the ball out of play. So Spurs have a throw-in on the far side. Sheringham. Throw into Spurs. Dean Austin to take it. Hutchinson, Rush. Paul Stewart starting to warm up, and that's earned some applause from the main stand. Thomas, Rush, Jury. Nice ball to Sheringham. Sheringham. Here's Naeem. Jury. Naeem to Barnby. Good move this from Spurs. Sheringham. Allen and Barnby are both running through. Wright slipped and was lucky. David James had to pick up the pieces. Mark Wright looks anything but solid at the back. Burrows. Walters. Good cross. Rush. And Hutchinson's drive. Good chance that for Don Hutchinson. He scored 5 goals in 7 games, Don Hutchinson. And that was a golden opportunity to make it 6 in 8. And here's the strike. And he was 4 yards wide. He should have hit the target. Picnic. Sheringham. And that wasn't going to lead to anything other than a clearance from James. Here's Jury. And he scampers away. This is Jury. Naeem. Spurs caught out, and McManaman. Liverpool coming forward. Still no goals, 51 played. Burrows. Finds Walters. Throw into Tottenham. Right on halfway. Walters. Good defending from Steve Sedgley. And possibly the gap was developed there because Austin went forward, and that caught Spurs out. Corner on the left-hand touchline. Walters straight into the arms of Eric Torsford. Ruddock and Rush, and Torsford with the clearance. Mike Marsh to take the throw in here. Redknapp. Burrows. For Liverpool, he has a bit of space. Got Walters with him and Hutchinson, who's made a good diagonal run. This is Redknapp. Lovely ball forward. And Steve Sedgley comes across and keeps it in play. Another throw to Liverpool off Paul Allen. Offside. And Burrows was caught there. The sucker punch almost. And he was offside. And it's still 0-0 here. Liverpool supporters hoping to keep warm, and what's turned out to be a very chilly North London afternoon. And Barby's away here. It's a one-on-one, and Nicky Barby with an opportunity. Good tackle this time from Mark Wright. We may have said earlier on that he's had an indifferent game. That was a first-class challenge on Nicky Barby, who again his first touch let him down. Had an opportunity. Spurs have the corner though. Naeem. And Ruddock. And Barnby got in the way of Ruddock's header. It was going goal-bound. Barnby might smile. Here's the corner. Naeem, and what's for Ruddock? He got there. Now, was that going in? Well, it's going wide. It was very messy, wasn't it, Barnby? Let's have another third look here. And, well, it was Barnby. 2 chances in a minute. He's getting into scoring positions. He's just scored the 1 goal. And what a beauty it was as well against Middlesbrough. Naeem. .55 minutes gone. Spurs 0. Liverpool 0. This is Redknapp. Ruddock. And Torsford has to clear this. Jury. And offside against Barnby and Jury. And again offside. It's the 50th meeting between the two clubs here at White Hart Lane. Spurs have won 24, Liverpool 15, and 10 draws. And Liverpool's manager Graham Souness there will be looking to try and guide his side to an away victory here this afternoon for the first time. But if we do have a draw, it'll be the first since 1983 in November. 2-2. Burrows scampering away on that right-hand side. Allen goes with him. Still Burrows. Good run from Burrows. And the shot is a tame one. So Spurs securing all the pressure. And at the moment, looking more than good value for the scoreline of 0-0. Ray Clements there. He'll, even with all his ex-Liverpool connections along with Doug Livermore, be desperate for 3 points for Tottenham. They need wins in the league. Great away win on Wednesday at Main Road, but it's wins in the league they're looking for. Sheringham. Right. Picnic. Walters. And that was Dean Austin with a very, very good challenge indeed. It was Austin who was hustling Walters, and referee Gerald Ashby gave him the benefit of the doubt. Naeem on Redknapp. Ruddock through. Right. Ruddock. And Jury making the run. This time the pass just didn't quite have the precision to make Jury take advantage of it. Burrows. And it's gone out from Don Hutchinson. Dean Austin, 22. And from Southend, £375,000 summer signing from Southend. Still no goals. Coming up to 1 hour gone, just 31 minutes to go. Right under pressure. This is Naeem. Jury. Still Jury. Good play from Jury. Puts in the cross. Naeem was first there. Barbie! Wide. Well, Nicky Barmby's having his chances. Here we see it again. Jury with plenty of space. And he did very well indeed. He deceived Mike Marsh. And when it came back from Naeem, Barmby wide. All drifted in the air, and Liverpool still goal kick. Spurs 0, Liverpool 0. It's been very tight. And the ball cleared by Torsvith. Steve Sedgley there, number 7. You can see he's hobbling a bit. They're on the ball now. He puts the ball through looking for Barmby, but it'd be no surprise for me to see him come off. He seems to be in a bit of trouble. Picnic Burrows. Yeah, you can see Steve Sedgley still clearly struggling. Liverpool with Mark Wright looking for Mike Marsh on this near side. Marsh back to Wright. 0-0 here at White Hart Lane. Marsh. Burrows. Walters. Hutchinson. Barmby did well to get back. He's had a great match, Nicky Barmby, so far. Jury bumbled off the ball, and you can see once again that Sedgley is struggling, and I anticipate a substitution in the next 5 minutes. Crowd of around about 33,000 here. It's going to be very close to whether this is a bigger crowd than against Manchester United. Allen. And that's gone out for a goal kick. Still no goals. This is Redknapp. And again Redknapp. Bit of space here for Marsh. Still no goals. This is McManaman. Marsh. Naeem's challenge. Right. James with the long clearance. Should be one for Ruddock. Here's Naeem. Gets there first and wins the free kick. Quickly taken. It'll have to retaken surely. Marsh was no more than 2 yards away, and Naeem appears to have got a bit of a gash, but he'll be okay. And Spurs have the free kick inside the centre circle. 19 minutes gone in the second half. Naeem! Oh, what a goal! From Naeem! That was something out of the top drawer, and what a time to get it! A first-time volley from Naeem. It's Tottenham 1, Liverpool 0, and Naeem with the goal. Well, this was a beauty. Didn't look to be too much on. And what about that from Naeem? That was a beauty. Mabbutt had gone forward, and when you see it again, the header from Mabbutt and the spectacular volley from Naeem. Spurs 1, Liverpool 0. That was a beauty. Gary Mabbutt came up from the back. His header down. Naeem with the volley. And Spurs 1, Liverpool 0, and a goal of true quality. It's his 13th goal for Tottenham in all. Certainly it's lucky 13 for Naeem. It's his first of the season. Liverpool coming straight back. McManaman. Marsh. Oh, it was a good cross, and there was no flag. A late flag, and it's a free kick to Spurs. A beauty from Naeem, and White Hart Lane erupts. 33,000 in the ground, and Naeem's goal separates the sides. But what a beauty, and with BBC Match of the Day cameras as well, a sure contender for goal of the season. Liverpool haven't won away since the 18th of January when they won at Boundary Park in Oldham. It would take a huge recovery in the last 24 minutes for them to come from behind here to win at White Hart Lane. Saying we haven't had a draw here since 1983 between these two clubs. Well, it was looking ominous, it was looking like 0-0. But a beauty from Naeem, his first of the season. And Spurs in front. Now the game should open up. Could this be the turning point of Tottenham's season? Unbeaten in 6 at home. That was something that one couldn't have recalled last season. But what a goal from Naeem. White steamed in. And 33,000 here enjoying this one, enjoying that goal. Corner. came off Marsh, and the Spurs fans are giving Naeem huge cheers as he comes over to take this corner. Naeem, and it was Sheringham. And as the cheers of Naeem go round the crowd, Sheringham and Wright still loose. Here's Naeem again. Oh, what's that handball against Ian Rush? Play on, says Gerald Ashby. He was the only one who didn't think that was handball in this ground, apart from the other Liverpool supporters. Liverpool break with McManaman. The pace now is 100 miles an hour. It's really turning into an excellent second half as Liverpool now pick up possession inside their own half, just right to Picnic. He's used to the big match atmosphere. He was a member of the winning Danish side that beat Germany and beat Holland in the European Championships. Well, now he's in front of 33,000 in North London, and Spurs against Liverpool in the Premier League. Walters pulled down by Dean Austin. That'll be a free kick, that'll be a yellow card. Dean Austin can't believe it. He was guilty though, and he possibly has to accept the decision. Well, you watch it again, and Dean Austin gets booked after 68 minutes. Midway through the second half then, Spurs leading by Naeem's goal, and the Spurs fans in full cry. In comes the free kick by Burrows to the far post. McManaman's header. Picnic was in there as well. Austin was in there. Liverpool looking to try and press forward. Michael Thomas. Liverpool just beaten once in the last 7 games, but with this deplorable away record, they'll be looking to fly the English flag in Europe against the Russian opposition on Wednesday. Offside. Well, Teddy Sheringham caught. 21 minutes to go. Spurs lead Liverpool by 1-0 with a Naeem special. McManaman looking to try and pick that up, but Edinburgh made the header. Good header away. Mike Marsh. And the chance, and well, it wasn't just wide from Hutchinson. You can see why he scored these goals in the last few games, and that was a weave cross in from Marsh, and well, Hutchinson should have done better there. Torsvith was gaping, gasping. 20 minutes to go now. Spurs in the lead. They lead by 1-0. Naeem's goal separates the sides. Barnby, he's had the majority of Spurs' chances in this match. Free kick to Liverpool. Possible substitutes. Again, I was saying Steve Sedgley's been struggling, but Spurs in front, and they want to stay there. And here's Rush. He's got a great record at White Hart Lane. Always seems to be involved. One thing about Liverpool is you can never write them off until the final whistle. And away comes Spurs here. And this is Naeem. He gets inside the penalty area. Still Naeem. And Naeem turns it square, but doesn't really do a good job with the second ball. Picnic. Austin being challenged and harassed by Rush. Jury, nice first touch from Jury. This is Paul Allen. Allen and Walters, it's a great battle between those two. Quickly taken free kick as Liverpool come forward. This is Burrows. McManaman with him, looking for Walters. Spurs now have possession. And Naeem. Edinburgh. Naeem. Sheringham's away. And the Spurs now really stepping up the gear. It's a good second half from them. They took a deflection and James makes the save, came off right. And Spurs will be making a substitution very shortly. For me, there's no doubt it has to be Sedgley who comes off, but it could also be Dean Austin. It's one of those two. There'll be a substitution. Sedgley struggling, Austin could be the substitution. And David Howells it is who's coming on, and Dean Austin going off. So Austin comes off, and he's limping off, and David Howells comes on. And Paul Allen could be the candidate to switch to right back. Corner then, Naeem to take it, the Tottenham left. And a second goal for Tottenham! And it's Neil Ruddock with the goal. Well, Neil Ruddock gets his first goal in his second spell at Tottenham, and Tottenham 2, Liverpool 0. And James was nowhere. Ruddock gets there, and he deserves it. Spurs 2, Liverpool 0, and the season has been completely turned round. Well, James guilty of a similar error to the one he made against Leeds at Ellen Road, and Neil Ruddock bundled the ball home for his first goal in his second spell. 17 minutes to go, Spurs leading by 2-0, and it was an error by goalkeeper James. And now will Graham Souness bring off Jamie Redknapp? And that's exactly what he's going to do, because Redknapp had been calling moments ago. On comes Paul Stewart to a mixed reception. An emotional moment for Stewart to come back to White Hart Lane. Neil Ruddock. The mistake by James, it was a nightmare for him. And Liverpool 2 down. And James, will he play against Spartak Moscow on Wednesday night? Well, it's between him and Hooper, because Grobler is suspended, and Spurs' season turned round here. They're leading by 2-0, a Naeem beauty, and Ruddock with his first in his second spell. Tottenham, who go to Blackburn and Ewood Park next week to take on Kenny Dalglish's side, and there's a tremendous reception behind the goal from the Paxton Lane end. The Spurs fans, without doubt, seeing their high point of the season so far. 2-0 against Liverpool, Spurs leading. Burrows, Hutchinson, Burrows again. 15 minutes to go, Spurs leading by 2-0, and following up their win in midweek at Manchester City. They're turning it on now, Tottenham, and this is Sheringham. He's got to be careful, Sheringham, because Jury was offside, so he pulls it square. Naeem calling for it and getting it near side as Tottenham turning it on here at White Hart Lane. Naeem, lovely touch to Edinburgh. Edinburgh putting in a deep cross here. Jury arriving, James caught napping and gets it at the second attempt. So it's Spurs who lead by 2-0. The floodlights on a crisp North London night. Liverpool have a lot to do to get back into this game. They're 2 down. Stewart looking for his first touch back at White Hart Lane. Walters, lovely touch. Stewart, and looking for Rush. Ruddock there with the interception. He's had an excellent match. Picnic. Tottenham gather through Howells. Play on. This is Jury. He's got Picnic with him. Jury. He'll run it wide. Still Jury. And it's a throw in to Liverpool. It came off Jury last. 14 to go. James clears it. A tremendous atmosphere here at White Hart Lane. The turn of Tottenham's league season. They were fourth from bottom before the start. How they needed a good, emphatic victory this afternoon, and that looks like what they're going to get. Burrows. Walters. Burrows again. Burrows offside. And it's a free kick to Spurs. 13 minutes to go then. And a good second half from Spurs. And it's all smiles now for Ray Clements, who saw the tide turn with the strike from Naeem and the second goal. And it looks like we're going to have a second substitution for Liverpool. It'll be Nicky Tanner, the second substitution, who comes on. Howes clatters into the challenge. 12 to go. David James, he'll have nightmares of that second goal. James caught napping. Naeem really had a good second 45 minutes. Free kick to Tottenham. And now the substitution. Well, Nicky Tanner to come on, and it's Mark Walters who leaves the field. Nicky Tanner comes on. Walters hobbles away. It might have been going back to the incident with Dean Austin when Austin got booked on that far side. Walters clearly not recovered. And we've got 11 minutes to go. Spurs leading by 2-0. And Liverpool on the rack. They won't be winning away. They'll be now 10 months without an away win in the First Division. And Howes comes in with a strike. And then comes Sedgley, who seems to have recovered from the earlier knock he took, which I was convinced would lead to him departing the field early. Just over 10 minutes to go. Spurs 2, Liverpool 0. Right, heads the ball back to David James. And there's the Spurs fans, all smiles this afternoon. This has been a really good second half from them. Here's Naeem, looking for Jury, who's made great running, and Jury trying to get blindside of Wright, but Wright there got there first. 10 to go here. Good play from Hutchinson. And again, he gets the return. Walters. Thomas. Sheringham. He finds Sheringham away on the right. Jury's arriving, and so is Naeem. Sheringham with the cross. And this time it's one for James to collect. McManaman. He had a good first half, he's had a quiet second. Steve McManaman. Mike Marsh. Hutchinson. Thomas. Deep cross. Rush backs away there. Stewart was the one who headed down. It's still Liverpool. Edinburgh with McManaman. McManaman wins it and turns. Howes clears for Tottenham. 9 minutes to go. Liverpool coming forward with Burrows. Here's Stewart inside the penalty area with Barnby. Again he gets the mixed reception. And Burrows inside the box. It careers off. Gary Mabbott goes out for a corner kick to Liverpool. 9 minutes to go. Spurs 2, Liverpool 0. And we could well be having a second Spurs substitution. Andy Turner, he knows all about late goals. The one against Everton was a beauty. Gave them an emphatic point. Could it be a double for Spurs over Merseyside opposition this season? Having beaten Everton in the last minute. Marsh. Great ball, but offside. Liverpool 2 down here. And we are going to get a second substitution. And it's one youngster for another. But a standing ovation for Nicky Barmby. The whole of the West End rise to him, and Andy Turner comes on. A tremendous performance from Barmby, and the youth at Tottenham is one of excellence, and this Spurs side has a big future. Spurs really picked it up in the second half. Here's Sheringham. 7 minutes to go. Naeem clears it. Naeem, who's had a great game. This has been a really good Spurs second half performance, something they can really build on, and they can go to Ewood Park next week with real confidence. 2 wins in a row, and no flag. Sheringham's away. Oh, great effort from Sheringham, but he had more time than he thought, and he tried to lob David James, but he never really got underneath it. And as we have another look, the ball flicked through. It was the 5th chance on target that Spurs have had. Sheringham tried to flip it over James, but James got down to make the save. Sheringham had a bit more space, you know, than he thought when you have a look at that replay. This is Burrows. 7 to go. Rush. McManaman. Offside. And it's a dangerous game to play. Allen. Hutchinson. And McManaman's holding his thigh. It's his left leg that's causing him the problems. Five minutes to go. Spurs have the cushion of a 2-goal lead. Liverpool's horrendous away run is looking like it's going to continue in the league. It's going to be a day of shocks for the big northwest clubs, because Leeds and Manchester United are losing as well. Leeds 2-1 down to Coventry, and Manchester United are a goal down at home to Wimbledon. So the North are having a bad afternoon. Wimbledon winning at Manchester United, a goal from Loris Sanchez there, and he of course inflicted further wounds on Liverpool supporters when his goal won the FA Cup for the Dons against Liverpool. Liverpool will have to regroup themselves before the European tie. Right with his second touch, it gets it away. 4 minutes to go. Edinburgh hoiks it back. And this is Edinburgh. Great ball. And this is Turner. The early ball in. Picnic forced to defend and forced to give away the corner. 3 minutes to go, and Spurs here are looking good. Naeem goes over to take the corner, and sensibly he takes plenty of time. Naeem takes it quickly. Sheringham. Oh, he went for the strike. He was always going wide from Teddy Sheringham. Sheringham, of course, who has already scored against Liverpool this season on the opening day of the season. The opening weekend, it was the Sunday, and he got the only goal as Forest beat Liverpool, and that was the first win for Forest, who've only had 2 this season. Liverpool desperate to try and get back into the match, but it's all too late. We've just got 2 minutes to go, and Spurs have the cushion of 2 goals. Spurs, good value as well for their 2-goal lead. This is Tanner. Looking for Stewart. Mabbutt with the header away. Here's Picnic for Liverpool. Picnic lifts one inside Paul Allen, but Allen's back pass makes Torsved commit. And his high clearance towards halfway. Mike Marsh plays the ball in, and Stewart on the edge of the penalty area. Mabbutt going in with Stewart. They were such great colleagues and such good friends. As Edinburgh, poor ball he was looking for Andy Turner, not going to find him with that. Inside the last 2 minutes then, Spurs lead by 2-0 here at White Hart Lane. Picnic finds Burrows to Tanner, offside against Stewart. Play on or not play on? No, it's a free kick as we enter the last minute here at White Hart Lane. Tottenham 2, Liverpool 0, and Spurs well worth the 2-goal lead. It's been a tremendous second half, particularly last quarter, and Naeem's goal will be remembered here by all who've seen it for a long time. It was a beautiful volley, offside this time against Sheringham. Turner, Andy Turner, and he's having a great run. Turner, and the save from James. It's the youngsters here that are really exciting the Spurs fans. They're 2 up here, and they're very fair value for that indeed. We're into injury time here. Liverpool 2 goals behind, but have a corner. In the dying seconds here, we've played the 45 minutes, and Turner. And Jury away, it's 3 against 2 now, and Sheringham calling for it. What a great ball, he's got it. That was a marvellous ball from Jury. Sheringham easing it up, and they just switch balls. Well, Jury gets it now, so he's back where he started. Jury, he's got a bit of space here. Gordon Jury, it's took a deflection, and it's just wide. That would have been the final nail in Liverpool's coffin. Jury found the space, and we're into stoppage time, and his shot took a deflection off mark right, and we're a corner. We're in injury time. Spurs have a corner. Naeem thinking it was full time, and he smiles to the crowd. He thought that was it, was all over. Naeem to Sheringham, 2-0 Tottenham. Turner's crossing, and Hutchinson's defences letting him down, and we're now deep into stoppage time here. And the Spurs fans here will give a standing ovation as the final whistle goes. A tremendous performance acknowledged here by an ear capacity crowd. They've had great value on the last day of October, and Spurs beat Liverpool by 2-0. The first of beauty, you'll want to see it many times, by Naeem. His 13th goal for the club, his first of the season. The second, a first for Neil Ruddock in his second spell, and nobody deserves it more. It was an excellent Spurs performance. They've won by 2-0. 33,000 absolutely loved it. Final score, Spurs 2, Liverpool 0.